Let's take a look. Can you guys see it? Steve?
Yeah, it's up.
Still not great.
So are you guys feeding this from Twitch to Wave?
It's through OBS. So it's going from there to OBS
Not great.
and then to Wave.
So are you guys feeding this from Twitch to Wave?
Let's mute our YouTube player.
It's through OBS.
Steve.
Yeah, so it's going from.
Thank you. Audio sounds good, so that's good. Yeah, let's figure this out. It still doesn't look great.
I think the backup solution was what Steve recommended before, which is not to have it scrolling, but to I guess slide in and out. I don't know if that would be better.
Hey, sorry, Sean, can you just help me figure out what you're doing?
I think the backup solution was what
you say
Steve recommended before, which is not to have it scrolling, but to I guess slide in and out.
Steve, just mute your YouTube player.
Be better.
Can you just help me figure out what you're doing?
The backup solution was what. Okay, sorry, Steve. Can you repeat your question? I got really sidetracked with the feedback from YouTube. You're asking how we're plugging this in, basically? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, so this is going to Twitch. And how does OBS fit into the situation on your end? Like, can we not pull the Twitch directly into Wave? I'm not understanding.
We can do that, but it's going to be a little choppier. I mean, let me try it here, because that's what we were doing before. Like, I don't see the point of pulling it from, because the Twitch is pulling it from your website, correct? Yeah. So if we're gonna pull it from the website to Twitch, I don't see why not just pull it directly from your site, which is what we were doing before.
Yeah, no, that I completely understand. I thought there was some technical reason here why it might work, because I'm running it locally now, right? I'm reading it from the browser, but it's running locally. So we're eliminating that, potential lag between the server and me. So I thought that might help. But if it's clearly not helping, then this isn't going to work.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the issue is on that end, because I think OBS should give a crystal clear virtual camera essentially, but it's still showing as a little laggy. Well, let me just check the site itself and make sure that it's not the site the site looks smooth.
Yeah,
on my end.
The site looks fine, and through my Twitch stream, like my broadcaster OBS here, it is perfectly smooth. This leads me to think it's something on the Wave side, because OBS seems to be fine, but I'm not.
It's showing choppy in my OBS though too.
Okay, well, this won't work. Let me try the other format. Give me a couple minutes here. I'll see if I can get a link for you.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just looking at OBS and it even looks choppy in OBS, which is odd. How do you have it feeding through OBS? Are you using OBS to get it to Twitch?
Yeah, that's right.
And is it just window capture? Is that the source?
Yeah, it's just the browser source, the same as presumably you had it set up. But again, the browser source, I'm actually not reading it from the website. I'm reading it from my local machine. It's the exact same thing, but it's not. I'm not connecting to my server for this feed. This is just a local thing on my local machine right now.
Got you. Let me try something. Oh wait, I might have a solution here. One sec. It's a little. The framing is weird though. Yeah, it looks smoother when I was using the window capture source and basically just mirroring the tab itself. It looks smoother with the browser option, but the issue is now at the framing.
The framing we can adjust. It looks like you got it there. Is that?
Yeah, like you can see, like it's moving a lot smoother here. I'll just throw it up here so you can see it. But
it does look better.
I'm just not sure how I can reframe it. I just need a minute to play around with OBS, but I think we can get that figured out.
Okay, so just we can move on from this for now. You try that. I'll try and get the other option as an option, and then that'll be the takeaway from that.
Okay, sweet. Is Keen on this call, Sean? Do you see
No,
him?
he's not. Oh wait, yes.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if
Okay,
you can hear me.
Hey, Kian. Okay, so we figured out the ticker, so that's good. It's just a matter of framing. Before we run through the schedule for the day, I want to make sure Sam is familiar with Wave as well. Just in case, as a backup, for whatever reason, we get to have her knowledgeable about how it works as well. So can you train her, Sean? I don't know how long that might take.
I could give her a brief rundown for anything that she might need to know.
Okay. Okay. And is Jacob on this call?
No, Jacob is, I think, in transit right now. He's commuting currently still.
All right. Okay. LaShawn, are you comfortable to run through the schedule for the day? Like, do we have all that?
Yeah, so how do you want to start it? Like, what do you want to show first? Like, do you want to go through the assets? Do you want to go through everything? Like, what is the main things you want to hit?
Like, everything. So, like, I want to show, like, what the stream might look like once the pre-show starts, for example. So I want to make sure, like, we have the same thing, starting screen videos ready. I want to make sure it looks well with 3 people on the screen or 4 people on the screen. The ads have to be ready. All that stuff.
Okay, I still just have some of the newer files just importing right now. So it should be like a couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah, in the meantime, Kian, the emails you sent me yesterday, they look fine. I can send them out, like, the first one at noon. And then the other one at around, like, 5:30. Does Candace need to see them? Because one of them's coming from her.
Oh, what was that?
Does Candace need to see her email? Because I know that's coming from her.
You just cut out for me. I don't know if.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
anyone hear me?
Can you hear me now? Kian?
I can hear you both, so it might be something with Kian's
Yeah, I can hear you.
headphones.
Kian, can you hear us? He cannot. Okay. Well, in the meantime, Jacob needs to test Matt's audio video as well, and then the other Jacob as well, to make sure he's okay. What else is outstanding? Candace has to record her ad as well. And then we need to confirm the guest for each time slot. So, Sean, I know you confirmed Jasmine. You still need to
Yeah, we have a bunch of guests that Candace wants to add in. A lot of them are confirmed. We need to find a place to slot them. Like, there's probably like another 5 guests at least that Candace wanted to add, and a lot of them are confirmed. But we just have like vague windows of time that they're available.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how you want to slot them in.
We can play around with it. Like, yeah, I mean, like, how long is each interview really? Like 10 minutes?
I think we said 15, but yeah, around that ballpark.
I mean, if we have that many guests, we can cut into the montage and like discussion part. Just let me know which ones are confirmed. I'll kind of play around with this and make it work.
Okay, I could start sending those over to you. We're still waiting on a couple people to like fully firm up, but
Yeah, are you in the spreadsheet right now? Just like write it at the bottom of it.
okay.
And then the other montages ready? I know like 3 of them are already
No,
last.
so I just got off a call with Candace this morning, and she had some revisions that she wanted to make. So I think the plan is to give them back to Jeff to get those done, and we're hoping to have them in by 4:00.
Okay. Do we know like which one she wants to show at which time, or?
No, she hasn't said yet. I don't know. They might just sort of be thrown to whenever they feel right to throw to. I'm not sure yet what her plan is for how we're gonna show them or when.
Let's try to confirm with her, just because there's so much on the go right now. I don't want to just like kind of do it on a whim. And also, I know the pre-show guys, they want one of them as well, right?
I think they mentioned that, but they also like said that they were fine with just clips in general.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure like if they like if it has to specifically be a montage. I think they just wanted something to break up the pre-show.
Yeah, and that's fair. We can give them, if there's 5 of them, we can give them one.
Yeah.
And then all the B-roll for the pre-show, is that loaded up?
No, I haven't gotten those clips yet.
I think William did it. He said he did it. It's just we gotta upload it.
Let me just check the folder they sent over.
Yeah.
He sent like the photos.
Yeah, he sent everything.
Okay, got you. Yeah, they just need to be formatted. They're a little. Some of them are pretty low res. They're all pretty low res,
Okay.
and like some of the cropping on them is like pretty rough as well. So I think we might need to like just redo those.
Okay, that's no problem. Hey, Jacob, we could do that in the morning. Is Kian back on the call yet or no?
I think he's on the call, but I don't know if we can hear him.
Hello.
There he is. You hear us, Kian?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I've been talking this whole time, and you guys haven't been able to hear me. So, Sean? Did you just like change some setting?
I put you on director mode just now, so that might have been
Okay.
the issue. I think you were muted, but now you're good.
Yeah, because I mean, I was unmuted on my end, so there was nothing I could do for you guys to hear me. So hopefully that doesn't happen during the stream.
You were having this issue yesterday too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, I'm in director mode now?
Yeah, I just swapped it.
So what does
basically-
not director mode mean? Just you're an observer?
No, the issue was that you weren't technically like in frame. Like your video was because you're not on the screen because I didn't see that you had rejoined yet, and so like now I can show you like on the stream. So like your audio automatically comes through. Director mode basically just means that like you can be off screen, and we can still hear you.
Okay, great.
And I think we have Jacob trying to connect too, but I'm not sure if he's there. Can you hear us, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm still commuting. I'm just tuning in.
Okay. Sorry, Kian, did you say anything like worth noting when we couldn't hear you?
Yeah, so for the email about us being live, I think that we shouldn't send that out until the True North pre-show's over.
Okay. Do you think around like 6:30?
Or when does it end?
Ends at 6:55.
Yeah, then 6:45 would.
Okay.
And then earlier, the ticker for me froze. The background was still working, but I couldn't hear anyone and nobody could hear me, so I had to leave the call and come back. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah. Sean has a fix for the ticker. It's just a matter of framing at this point. So that's going to take some juggling there, but we found a solution for it. It does look better when he did it. Can you hear us? What's going on?
I think he's. Oh no, he's still there. Sorry. Can you hear us, Keen?
Why does it keep cutting in and out? Like, that's weird.
It shows audio coming through his end briefly. It shows also his connection is a little lower, but I don't think that's the issue. Because it shows the same as yours, which is also showing a little orange. But
I don't know. Where would he? He was using a new mic, a new audio setup. I don't know if that's it.
Okay, he disconnected.
Okay, well, you guys are typing in Slack, but we can hear each other. So, guys, why don't you just talk about the ticker here?
Yeah, so is the ticker website not live? Like, is that a problem that Sean just doesn't have access to it?
No, the ticker site is live. Basically, using a browser source made it really shitty. And using Twitch, this virtual camera option was a proposed fix. I think, based on what Sean said a few minutes ago on the call, it might actually work better. He just has to like what you're seeing on the screen right now is not it. He's gonna try something else. But what I just posted in Slack there, if I'm understanding Samantha's suggestion correctly, is that we maybe send these HTML files to Jacob and Sean, and they just run them locally on the very computer they're streaming from, and use that as a browser source. So not even the website; it's just running locally on their machine, but still pulling data from our Google Sheets. Does that make sense? And would that actually help at all?
Yeah, it might help. Maybe we can try Sean's solution and see how that looks. And then that can be a backup because it was looking pretty good when we had it up here a second ago, I thought.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Is it looks fine on Twitch on my end. There's just at some point it's glitching out. So,
do we think that like this could be a internet bandwidth issue for Sean? Just because I know he said that it was lagging for him on like both platforms.
I think it's more of an issue of the way that I was pulling it from OBS. So like I was using the, I guess, like mirror tab function through OBS as opposed to just like mirroring. Well, because Steve's using the mirror browser function. So like it actually, instead of like just mirroring a tab in my browser or any tab, it just pulls it from the site directly. And then when I tried just pulling from the site directly, it looked a lot smoother. It looked fine. The only issue is like reframing it. So I just need to figure out how I'm going to reframe it. But other than that, I think that option should work fine. I can just pull it from eastprairie.ca.
okay, if we can make it smooth, beautiful.
Also, if this is not going to work, we can scrap the ticker bar. Like this, if it's going to take more than an hour to solve, we have other things to worry about. This is not like
very true.
Like Let's try the candidate slider, for example. How does that look?
I would imagine it has the same problem right now.
Do you have that teed up to
Same
test?
issue. Yeah, and I also the issue with the Canada slider is that I'm going to need to use a separate device because OBS can only mirror one camera at a time. So I'm going to need Jacob's device basically to be running that so that I can just pull from him because I can't have more than one virtual camera running via OBS at once, and we're going to
Can
be doing it the
Sam
same way.
do that?
That could be a possibility. She's able to call in and then set it up on her end, and I can just plug it in as a camera. I don't know if you want to try that now, Sam, if you're able to. If you have OBS installed.
Sure. Sorry. So, what do you want me? How do you want me to set it up? Stream it as a virtual camera?
Yeah, sorry. Just basically like the same way we're doing the ticker. Because I can only run one virtual camera on my end.
Okay. I'm not totally sure what you're doing, but let me try and see if I can get this here. How come we don't how come we can't add these things as just like browser sources and have them on OBS that way versus
can
like
add
a
them as
virtual camera?
Pardon me?
Versus like a virtual camera.
I'm not entirely sure what you're asking, sorry. Like why we have to use the virtual camera because we're using OBS basically just to like grab it, but we need it as a virtual camera to plug it in as a guest, essentially. Like to bring it into Wave.
Okay, so if you had like a setup with different display captures or like browser windows as sources in OBS, then Wave wouldn't let you pull it in?
No, we can, as long as it goes into like the reason we're using the virtual camera is because it needs to go from OBS to Wave, right? Like you can plug it into OBS however makes sense, and I think the browser capture makes the most sense, but it then needs to go from OBS to Wave. So that's the only reason for the virtual camera.
Okay.
So Wave doesn't have an option to have a browser source?
It does, but it was choppy. That's why we started doing the OBS option.
Okay.
While I set this up, did we want to do like kind of a preview of maybe the different screens, just like flipping between the intro screen, Kian's camera, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I was hoping to do that. I want to make sure Sean's has everything uploaded and ready to go.
Oh, right. You said you're still doing that. Sorry, Sean.
Okay, Kian is reconnected, I think.
Yeah, so it just froze again. I'm on Microsoft Edge now, and as Sam was talking, she just like it glitched. She stopped talking. Then the lower ticker froze, but the background image continued to play.
Did that happen for anyone else?
No.
Maybe it's my internet, but like I have really good internet, so
I mean, the background is animating much more smoothly than the ticker for me. Yes.
Yeah, the background is like hardwired into Wave essentially, so that'll run smoothly.
Yeah, but again though, like Sean is going to try to have a fix for the background ticker. So don't. This ticker you're seeing right now is not what's going to be live. He has a potential fix for it. So let's not obsess over that for this very second.
No, I'm more concerned about like Kian dropping off during the stream.
yeah. I'm gonna switch to my mobile hotspot and see if that changes anything. So just carry on, and if I disconnect, we will see.
Okay, so Sean, I have added. I'm going to post my Twitch link again in Slack. I've added to that Twitch link the candidate slider right below the ticker. Could you, like, theoretically, could you crop that and use that as two different sources, and this would be one single feed feeding both of them? Do you know what I mean?
Like one camera feed, like from OBS's perspective, I don't think that would work necessarily.
No. Okay. Okay. Well, then, yeah,
No,
we
'cause it's-
definitely need Jacob to, or someone else to host it then, because I can just do one from my end as well.
I think we have Kian again now. Can you hear us, Kian? I think he's muted.
Yes, I can hear you. And when I switched internet, it did the same thing. So I'm wondering if it's just like maybe it's my VPN. Oh wait, no. I
Are
don't
you
have
using
a
VPN?
on here. No, I don't.
Oh,
It's always a nice culprit to remember is the problem. And no, I actually uninstalled it because it was being such a pain in the ass. You guys there?
yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Okay.
So once I have this in OBS, what's the best way for me to get you the output?
So do you have it like in like so you have OBS basically displaying the site?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there should be an option on the right side that says start virtual camera.
Okay.
And then I guess in Wave now you can just like turn on the camera and make sure that the output is that camera or the input, I suppose.
Okay. Let me know if you're getting that.
Yes. The only issue now is it's the cropping is a little off. So like there's a black box around it.
Yeah, that's. Does Wave not let you crop that frame at all?
Not on my end, but you should be able to in OBS.
Do you? I can resize this whole black frame, you mean? Like I've cropped the object before, but not the actual.
Well, like in OBS, like is there an option? Because like I'm assuming when you open up OBS, it just shows you a black, like basically what we see on screen right now. Like, is that what you see in the OBS window?
Kind of, but not exactly. Like I have mine left aligned, and so it's not representative of the scene.
Does it allow you to reframe like what you're seeing on OBS?
Yes, but it isn't updating for what I'm showing you. So I'm thinking that that's not actually reframing the virtual camera. Maybe if I stop it and start it again. Let's try this.
You should be able to do it in real time. I mean, like worst case scenario, not worst case scenario. Like I can always just do this on my end with Jacob because I'm fairly
Yeah.
familiar with OBS. So, I can handle that later with Jacob if need be.
Okay.
Is Keenan connected?
Yep.
You still having issues, or are you okay?
No, I seem to be good for now.
Okay. Sean, just for sake of time, can we run through the elements now, or?
Yeah, I should have all them uploaded. Is there a way that we can like name them, or sorry, like because I don't in the doc we have like ad read. Like, are there specific like just to make it more specific about when we want to throw to each one?
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you and Jacob, and I
Okay.
guess him as well, just to determine like what the file names are going to be called. Because if I do it,
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant more so like in the rundown.
yeah, well, you just add it in. Like, where you can just add it in wherever you think is
Okay.
makes the most sense.
Okay, cool. So, what the first thing I guess would be the holder.
Yeah. So the first thing, let's just start like at 5:45. So like starting soon. Screen.
Okay, I can share that if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Make sure we
Yeah, that's good.
Don't we have a different starting soon screen?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
for
yeah, we got
yeah.
the two heads.
That one was for the debate too, not for election night.
Right.
The
Oh
one you-
yeah, that's right. Wait, then where? Then
You had it yesterday.
It should be in that same folder if you just back out like one step from the.
weird. I don't know why that one's there.
You are downloading these locally, right, Sean? Like you're not playing these.
Yeah,
from-
yeah, they're all local.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm confused as to how that even got into this folder. Okay, one sec. Election night files. Okay, this is the right one, I think.
You guys seeing a lag here?
Yeah, the audio, the music also cut out for me.
Yeah, sorry, I just muted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do see a lag as well.
It doesn't look as clean as the last one. Even though it looks better, it's a better graphic. It is lagging.
Yeah, even on the test stream, it's lagging.
Okay, give me one sec. I'm gonna plug it in differently, and I'll see if that makes a difference.
Okay.
Okay, let me know if this runs smoother.
So much better.
Yeah, that looks.
All right, that's good. That's awesome. And then from there, we have the pre-show. So let's see what the four cameras look like.
Is it gonna be 4 on at a time?
Yeah, it's Isaac, William, Chris, and Cosmin.
Okay, give me one sec. I need to just reset it here because we had a couple people drop off.
We should be prepared to go for throughout the night, just in case. Because there are parts of the show where Canis, Kian,
That's the wrong one.
Matt, and another guest might be on too.
Okay, so we should have 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3. I'm just setting up the fourth now.
Yeah.
You guys still there? Just checking that my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have 4 on the screen now. I'm not sure how you guys feel about the sizing and all that, though.
Yeah, this looks good. Well, I mean, it's not perfect. Especially the top right hand one seems to be.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bigger, I think.
Can you center it a bit more?
Yeah, it's kind of off to the left, right?
Yeah.
So, is there a way to just like have this as a preset thing so that you're not like moving around screens
Yeah.
during?
Yeah, once we have the guests like plugged in, we can get them set.
Cool.
And I think we're going to have a virtual green room as well so that we can get them tested. And I think Jacob's going to be monitoring that.
Yeah, would that be another wave link? Or like another separate wave stream, I guess?
Yeah, basically they would hop on a separate wavelength so that like we know that they can use the platform and they're having any issues with the platform. And then they would just use the actual link to jump in when they're ready.
Okay.
And like I'll be with Jacob so he can like let me know if there's any issues or anything like that in real time. And then once they're good, they'll come into this call, and then I'll put them on screen once the hosts throw to them.
All right. How does this look? Still a bit off centered.
To which side? To the left still?
Yeah, it's a bit to the left.
I wonder if that's too far.
That's better. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so after the pre-show, we have the ad read. So do you have that loaded? I know we're missing Canis's ad read, but I was thinking about it. It actually makes more sense to play that at the 7:30 slot because it's meant to look live, right, Ian?
Yeah.
So in that ad read at 6:55 before the starting the show, it wouldn't make sense for her at the show yet.
So which ad do you guys want to start with?
Well, Jacob put together the 3, so let's just show that.
Did you send over the file though?
Yeah, it's in our chat there. This one.
Okay, cool. I got it. Give me 1 sec.
The ticker froze for me.
Same.
Yeah, same here. It seems to be frozen in OBS. Oh, is it going again now?
No.
No. Oh, it's kind of moving.
Yeah.
Okay, I think once we input it differently, that should resolve. But I'll take another look, like once we get off this call with the solution that we had put forward.
If we can't figure it out by noon, then
Yeah.
let's just scrap the whole ticker idea.
Yep.
And we'll just insert text throughout the night. Is that okay, Ian?
Yeah, honestly, you know, when you look at what the CBC does, they have a headline, like it's like a subject line of what they're discussing that is big and bold, and then below that they have a ticker that like talks about other irrelevant news, like, oh, you know, the Pope's funeral just happened or whatever, while they're discussing Canadian politics. So maybe it's better to just have the main subject header that doesn't scroll, if it's one, less technically complex, and two, less difficult to like actually procure the headlines.
I'm also wondering if you guys have looked into like pre-built stream overlays for tickers, like just because they might be like a little bit more tested and like hosted well. Has that been looked at as an option?
I don't
The only
think so.
issue with that is that we would need to manually input it, as opposed to pulling
Okay.
from the site. Yeah, that was sort of the idea behind doing it this way. Is that like we can just have someone in the back updating it, like I guess Steve or whoever it would be, and not like one of the people actually running the stream. But I'll like again, like once we hop off, I'll test that other solution, because like it looks like it's moving again now, but it's just moving really slowly. So I'm not sure if that's an issue with my computer. I have too many things running. Regardless,
Can we try Steve's new fade in from the top down thing?
has it been updated yet? It still looks the same on the site. We still have Steve.
Steve, are you in the call? He sent us a message and said that there was an update.
Oh, okay, he has a different browser or a different thing here. It's still going to look choppy though, regardless, until I try that other solution.
Okay. And worst case scenario, if your other solution doesn't work, what about the candidate slider? Have we changed it so that it doesn't slide anymore?
Like in terms of the code? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I wasn't aware of that as a request. I'm not sure because Caitlin worked on the slider, so we would have to go in and update the code if that's something you want. I don't think they can do it on their end.
So like the actual seat count bar looks amazing, only because it's not a moving image, right? So I think the candidate slider would look fine as long as it doesn't slide and it just like flips from one image to the next with no animation. We should probably, assuming that we're not going to find a solution to this, we should probably do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I will look into that.
Which is a shame because that digital asset looked really, really slick.
Yeah, I'm a little worried too about just changing a lot of code this late in the game. Like I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it feels like we're kind of at a point where we have to really focus on like getting the core functionalities going in a way that's like workable, or else we might have to I don't know, scrap a lot of things. I don't know how you feel about it.
I think that we should be able to get this to run smooth because, like, Steve was able to do it, no problem, and he's just using a different function than I am. So, like, I'm fairly sure that once I start using the same function that Steve's using, it should work because he's been doing it for a while and it looks fine. And when I tested it out before, I mean, like, the ticker ran smooth. The only question was how to reframe it, and there's definitely a way to reframe it. So I'm not like overly concerned with that myself.
Cool. So for
Okay,
the
so
slider, do you need me to update the code itself, or is that something you can update on screen? The
For the
slide-in?
slider,
Yeah.
I think we can just leave it. Is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Like, I think the slide should look fine because the concern was about whether or not it was going to look choppy, right? And like I think we should be able to make it look smooth as long as I just do what Steve did, and the same thing that I tried previously. Again, it's just the issue of reframing it, but there's definitely a way to reframe it. So I just need to like play with it for like 10 minutes and get that sorted out.
Okay. Awesome.
You want to show the ads? Is that up? Is that ready?
Yeah, I'll show them now.
Tired of platforms silencing your favorite creators? Want a place where your voice actually matters? It's time to switch to Rumble, the video platform built for free speech and real engagement. On Rumble, you get access to exclusive content, viral videos, breaking news, and live streams from top creators, all without censorship or hidden algorithms controlling what you see. No more suppression, no more content being buried. Just the videos you want when you want them. Join millions who are already making the switch and take back control of your feed. Download Rumble today on the App Store or Google Play and experience video the way it was meant to be. Rumble, protecting a free and open internet.
Juno News Election Special has been brought to you by Unsmoke Canada, which is dedicated to helping Canadians who are looking to quit smoking understand the full range of options available. Despite decades of government programs and increasing regulations, today nearly 4 million Canadians still smoke cigarettes. Nicotine pouches, like other quitting tools, help smokers quit. But unlike gums and lozenges, pouches can only be sold in pharmacies. This needs to change. It's time to put nicotine pouches back in convenience stores to help smokers quit. Learn about how a smoke-free future can be achieved at unsmoke.ca.
You're watching Juno News, Canada's fastest growing independent news network. Our team works day and night to bring you nationwide coverage of the issues that matter. Honest reporting of the stories that put Canadians first. From far and wide, Juno is doing the work to turn the dial in the right direction, bringing you the news from the field and in the studio. Wherever it takes us, we get the job done. For you, for Canada. Subscribe today and help us replace the CBC. Go to junonews.com to join the fight.
Okay, looks good.
Ads look awesome.
Yeah. Okay, and then from there we transition to the live show. No, from there we actually transition to the starting screen video again, just to make sure that Candace and David are ready. And then once they're ready, it's gonna be the 2-camera shot. So can I see that, Sean?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. Any feedback there, guys? Or it looks okay?
looks great.
All right. Okay, from there, it's the introducing of our decision desk. So remind Jacob, I sent him a note, but he has to test Matt's audio and video. I gave him a mic and camera yesterday, so you might need some help troubleshooting it.
Sorry, just real quick on this screen. What are the gray boxes under the main camera boxes? Is that like a design element or?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
I
I
see
just
it
got.
now.
Let me just see if I can.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Perfect.
there was a guest hiding behind the other guests.
Okay. And then check in with the campaign people. Kian, any idea who's going to be where yet, or?
I have not been told anything about that. I will ask William right now.
Okay, thank you. They're going to send their pre-recorded videos, so I think Cosmin will be uploading those, and Jeff's editing them as they come in. I'm going to tell them we need it by 6 p.m. to start the pre-show, so they're ready and uploaded on your end, Sean. And then, like, throughout the night, all the videos are pre-recorded. Okay, and then after that, we're going to introduce Jacob Bradshaw, who's our chat section host. And same thing, producer Jacob has to test his audio video. And then on our 4 p.m. call, or 3 p.m. call, we got to discuss exactly what they're talking about. Because I've never seen it on camera before. All right, then we have an ad read. So by then, I'm hoping Candace has her coffee ad read ready to go because her makeup will be done. So Jacob has to slot that in as well. Discussion montage. We got to figure out which the order of the montages we're showing. That's a conversation between Candace and Sean. So can I leave that with you, Sean?
Yep, that works.
Okay. And then the guest schedule, I got to play around with a bit because you said that there's 5 more that have been confirmed. So
Roughly 5, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'll play around with that. I'll try to fit them in somewhere.
Okay.
Although at some point, like, we just got, like, the ones confirmed. We can't just wait for people to get back to us, right? Kian?
Yeah, no. Yeah, agreed.
Like, I'm looking at the schedule now. I know we're waiting for a few people to confirm. But, like, if Amber and Brad don't get back to us, then I'm going to slot someone else there. What can I say, like, 3 p.m. Is the deadline to confirm a guest?
That works on my end. Yeah, that works for me.
So who is our chase producer? Because I have guests reaching out to me asking, like, when am I coming on?
I think we decided Jacob yesterday.
Is Jacob on the call right now?
No. I think he's driving.
Okay. I'll send him a note. I'll tell him to reach out to you, Kian.
Okay.
Okay, where are we? Ad read, discussion montage. As minutes confirmed for 8. Checking with main people. That's pretty much report. Let's move on to when the polls close. It's 9:30. Let's see some of the templates for that. So let's do, like, specific writings that we want to highlight. Show some of the elements for that.
Sorry, you were kind of muffled for a sec. You want to show, like, just some of the writings?
Yeah, let's do, like, Carney defeated, for example. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good.
Sam, do we have... So I was speaking to Sam about this yesterday. I think that that's too short. If we're declaring that the Prime Minister has lost or won his seat, it can... And I know Candace said otherwise yesterday, but this can take up more... This, like, flashes on the screen. You can't even read everything on the screen before it cuts out. So can we make those longer?
Yeah, so maybe we can settle on what a good timing would be right now. The first set we had, they were like 30 seconds long with the intention of like you guys being able to fade them out when you wanted to, but it sounds like we want to have them at the right length in the video, right? Because then that's just like another thing you guys don't have to worry about. So like, what do we feel? Like maybe 5 more seconds than that?
Yeah, I mean, I would your initial thought process there, I think, is probably the best way to go. Is it should be 30 seconds so that we can talk over it. Because the thing is about these visual elements is we put so much time into creating them. They look great. We can we should make the screen have this, like, add it to the variety of the screen real estate for as long as we can and talk over it so that people can enjoy new visuals and stay attentive to what's on the screen. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if Sean can just fade out of it whenever he wants, or if it has to wait till the video is finished, like completed. Sean, do you know?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways we can play the video. I can play it like the way I just did, which is like the smoothest way to play it. But the concern is that it has to fade. It has to run its course essentially. And if you take it off early, it looks a little like visually jarring. Or we could fade it on and maybe have you guys talk over it. But the only concern is that it might have a little bit of like lag potentially. I'm not
Okay.
depending on how many things
Let's
are running
let's do
in
two
the queue.
things, and then I'll just make a decision here. Can you play the breaking news screen for me?
Okay, yeah, one sec. It's grabbing a lot of files. And did you want it the first way or like just the normal way? Sorry, do
Just
you want it?
whatever the breaking news screen is. I just want to see it. I want to see how long it is, and I want to see how it looks.
Okay. I'm having issues with this video getting imported.
Is it throwing an error? Like, is it too big of a file?
I think it's because it's an MOV and not an MP4.
Okay. Can probably just convert it real quick.
Guys, I'll be right back, but just keep testing out the elements for now.
Just converting this file for you. Almost done. Okay, I just uploaded an MP4 version to the same folder.
Sorry, I'm just looking for it here. Is this just the main folder, Election Night 2025?
Yeah, yeah, it's like right next to the other one. You might have to refresh the page.
Yeah, I'm refreshing it. I just don't see it here yet. Oh, there we go. Breaking news. Got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's much. It went from 230 megs to 1.6.
Okay, nice.
Okay, I'm just adding it in now. Are you guys able to see it, or is it just a black screen for you guys?
I'm
sorry.
seeing
No,
the
sorry.
two.
One sec. I played it on the wrong tab. Give me 1 second.
Okay, now play Elizabeth May Defeated.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about 5 seconds too short. And kind of like the majority minority declarations, I think that the breaking news should be like tied to the front of it on each one.
So what about this idea, Kian? What if we keep we make the video like 30 seconds long for Elizabeth May, but we fade the audio out after like 6 or 10 seconds. So
Yes.
then you can still keep it on the screen. You guys can talk over it, but then we have a natural audio fade out. And then probably you guys could clip it, like turn it off whenever you want.
Sean, does that work?
Yeah, we can give it a try. Do you want to see how that would look, though? So, like, oh, well, how long is that one? It's like 2 seconds.
It would be really similar to now, except the image would just stay on the screen after the music stops.
I think 30 seconds is probably long, but let's try 15 seconds with the music fading out after 10, and then we'll just start talking. We'll be like, so this means that Elizabeth May has held this riding since 2011. This is a huge upset, and it's a result of the NDP support base collapsing and the Conservatives surging on Vancouver Island. And we'll be able to say that while they're looking at a picture of Elizabeth May's face instead of our faces, which I think is important.
Yeah, I know some people, when they do this too, they have a version with basically like what we have now, but it's on the side, and then there's like a spot for the cameras. So I'm not sure if we want to set up a screen like that at this point, but that is an option.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the problem is that this breaking news could come in when we have just Candace and I on, or when we have 4 guests on, right? So how do we pick which? Like, I don't know.
I would just leave it on screen and have you guys just talk over it, like we had.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that's easier.
Yeah. And so the problem with adding the breaking news, I think, to the files, Kian, was we tried it yesterday, but the files were like very, very big. And so then we kind of reverted to this plan.
Okay. That's fine. We don't need to do that.
Okay. All right. I will update those files right after this. Or maybe I can do one now so you can see it while you guys talk about something else.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, now can you do the can you declare a conservative majority? I so that has to, I think these have to be the same thing. I think that definitely when we declare a call in government, that it is that can be 30 seconds or at least 20 seconds.
So maybe 20 seconds, a music fade out after like 10.
20-second music fade out after, how long is this one right now?
Let me see.
I'd want the music to last slightly longer than how much this one lasted, and then the video to last an extra 5 seconds.
Okay. So you want the music to last 5 more seconds and the video to last 5 more seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an additional 5.
Okay.
But more of a concern is making sure the music actually ends at a place that doesn't sound like we faded it out, and instead like it was actually music that was intended for
Yeah.
For that length.
So the decision desk cut that's in here has the breaking news in front of it. Is that the one that you used? This one is 15 seconds long, but it's breaking news and the final screen.
Yeah, the one that we just played starts with breaking news.
Okay, great. So that's 15 seconds total. So okay, I'll make that longer and fix the music. I'm gonna export this new version now for the cutaway. It's just gonna take a minute. Okay, I uploaded that to the folder with the other cutaways. It's just called test. We'll probably want to tweak the music on it a little bit as well, but this should give you a good idea of the timing. Are you able to see that file in there?
Yeah, I got it. Now here, I'm going to play it.
Awesome.
So I think that the music ended too quickly and there was no breaking news screen.
I think the breaking news we only had on the like conservative majority, conservative minority, not for the individual riding outcomes. I could be wrong.
Oh wait, sorry, what was that? Can you that was
Yeah.
that just Carlton?
That was Nepean, yeah.
Okay.
So they need to
Wait.
trigger the breaking news first on
Or,
your
sorry,
end.
Carlton. Carlton, I meant. So, do we want the breaking news screen on those as well?
Well, no, sorry, no. I thought that was the majority government, and I guess we're not going to do that. But now, could we walk through Phil? Is Phil on right now, or did he leave for a sec? I think he left.
Yeah, you
So
saw that.
when we learn that Pierre's secured his riding, how are Candace and I going to know that, and then say to you, "Hey, play this clip," because we're about to say it?
That's a good question. I mean, I think the easiest way would be for someone to tell you guys, like, hey, like we have this ready, we're going to throw to it, because I don't know how you guys are going to communicate with the producer, with the production team while you're on the air. I mean, Candace likes to send WhatsApp messages while she's on the air, but I don't know if she wants to do that for tonight or not. Obviously, like we can have like a call going, like Candace has an earpiece, and we can communicate to her, so she can be made aware when these things are coming in. But I don't know how she wants to throw to it exactly. Like
Okay, so
we could
I'll make a
basically just
WhatsApp
say,
chat. Who should be on that priority chat that is sending us just fact-based news about what's about to happen?
we'd probably want to assign that to someone specific. Oh, give me one sec. Jacob's here.
John, what's your phone number?
Sorry, I was just letting Jacob in. What were you saying?
What's your phone number? I'm just going to add you to this WhatsApp chat.
647 325 3935.
3935.
Perfect. I was going to say one way we could do it as well, like for that, is we could like prompt one of you, maybe yourself or Candace, and just say like the result has come for this writing. And then maybe you guys could say something on the front like, and we just got this result or something, and then we can throw the screen up, like without like totally saying exactly what it is, but kind of like prompting it, like so that it's not so much of an interruption as well. It kind of like segues more naturally. Like, oh, and we're getting this result now, and then we can like throw it up, kind of thing. I'm not sure what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let me just confirm this number because it's not my contacts. 647 325 3935.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, great. Okay, I just sent you an invitation.
Okay, perfect. I got it. Okay.
I uploaded another version of the timing to the same folder if you want to take a look at it. It's under test 2.
Okay, one sec.
I also think the logo in the bottom right is animated, right? I think that might be broken. Or the bottom left, sorry.
I think it just moves very slowly because, like, I can see the live pulse moving.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just my wave screen because it's like completely static.
Phil, you there?
Yep.
Can you see? Is the bottom left corner like pulsing the live thing?
It is for me. The bottom left one is like the news icon is, and the live pulse is the only thing that works consistently really, really well.
Yeah, like the pulsing is fine. It's just the ticker is still like not great.
Yeah, no, that one I need to fix. But I think it's just Samantha was just asking if it was frozen. Maybe
No.
it must be on your end.
I'm talking about the Juno one, not the live one. But it might just be on my end.
Well, it's all the same. It's all the same graphic. Like it's all the same file.
Oh, okay.
I think it just moves slowly. Like I think it's like 15 on, 15 off. I could be wrong. Like right now, do you just see the QR code?
No, it's just on the Juno News logo, but it has like a black line through it, kind of like the middle of the animation.
I don't see that.
I'm gonna check on the YouTube feed and see if it looks different.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. I just saw it. It looks okay. Just think.
Yeah, mine works on the feed, so it's just in Wave. It's so weird.
So I'm just playing catch up here then. So for the ticker, do we have a solution for it, or are we just scrapping it altogether?
No, I said I was going to do that once we got off the call.
Okay.
We've just been going through all the all the elements so far.
Okay. Were there any other elements that we need to show, or can we?
I think we added another. We were sort of tweaking a couple of them, and Samantha just uploaded a second example of something. I don't know if you want to take a look at that.
Sure.
What was the revision, Samantha?
So Kian was wanting the music to fade out a bit more naturally on the Decision Desk cutaway thing. So that's what the change is.
Okay.
Just on that timing and fade, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'll show it now.
Great. So yeah, we're seeing this news here that Pierre Poilievre was just reelected in his riding of Carleton. That's the perfect length because we'll start talking after the music fades. We can read the information on the screen ourselves, and then as we're mid-sentence, it comes back to our faces. That's super smooth. It's awesome. No notes.
Awesome. I'll adapt all those and upload them after this call.
Is that just for the leaders, Kian, or is that for everybody?
Is what, sorry?
Is that just for the leaders?
Yeah, those are all for the leaders. Yeah.
Okay. Are we doing any breaking news for like any other ridings, or is it just those two?
Each leader, we have one of these. And then I was thinking that we should have like a Hunger Games themed, like not themed, but like style. Here's whose mugs you're never gonna have to look at again, and it'll basically be a lineup of NDPers. How fast would you be able to make that on the fly at night, Sam?
Pretty fast, I think. How many people do you think there will be?
There could be between 20 and 40 upsets, and we don't even have to get them all. Like if we don't have to say this is an exhaustive list, and an exhaustive and final list. It just has to be, whoever at 10 p.m. is confirmed gone. So it could be just 20.
Yeah, I think what I can do is make a template for today and then find some of the pictures we might need. And then we should be able to just like when the stream's happening, pop them in when we get the list. And so it should be pretty quick. Like maybe 30 minutes max. Do you think that's enough like time?
Do you think that that's a good use? Like, will you be doing other stuff during the stream that would interfere? Because it's not a requirement. This is definitely above and beyond.
Yeah, I think we can just adapt. Like, I think if we see the stream happening and there's like a lot of other things that are a bigger priority, we can just choose maybe to not do that, or maybe we can do like a really short version of it.
Kian, couldn't that be addressed in the candidates, like the slider? Like rather than showing like a full video like that?
Agreed. Maybe it would be redundant.
Yeah.
There's just the reason I thought about this was because to answer whoever's question that was earlier is like, are we just doing this for the leaders? Well, there are the three big ones, Aaron Gunn, Andrew Lawton, and David Bexty, that I want to promote that almost, promote them almost to give them more, it's strategically in our interest as a company for those three people to appear to have more influence in the caucus than they currently do, because they're all going to be noobs, right? So I want to do whatever we can to focus on those three, but I don't want it to be so obvious. So as long as we I don't know how to say this. Maybe let's do 5 more. So David, Andrew Lawton, Aaron Gunn, and then maybe 2 more, so that throughout the night we can have like these declarations. And the nice thing is that they're each in different polling closures. So one's out east, one's Alberta, and one is BC. So it'll punctuate the evening regularly, and it'll give us something to talk about a little bit.
How about like Elizabeth May's probably gonna lose, right?
Yeah.
We have one for Elizabeth.
Oh, we do? Okay.
We have Maxime, Elizabeth, Jagmeet, Carney, and Pierre.
Right. The
Do we have Yves Francois Blanchette?
No.
Yeah, I forgot they existed.
I don't really care about him. But yeah, maybe let's add him, and let's do one for David, Andrew, and Aaron. And just that, actually. Let's David, Andrew, Aaron, let's promote them, give them like some serious screen time, and then the candidate slider will take care of the rest. So scrap the idea of a Hunger Games style here's who's fallen thing, and let's just make more of these leader graphics for those 3 plus Yves Francois.
I'm just typing out the list for you, Sam.
Thank you.
Okay. Did we show the minority majority elements yet?
Yeah, I think we need some timing tweaks to those two. Those ones we'll probably do after the call.
Okay. Is there anything else? Otherwise, I want you guys to start fixing the ticker. Sean has to train Sam on Wave. Jacob needs to confirm the guest. What else?
Yeah, we need Jacob to start confirming guests because they're getting anxious.
Yeah, let's finalize that by 2.
Phil, would you be able to separate it in a different document, or at least a second sheet on that document is probably better, where it's just guests and contact info, so that
Yeah.
he can run through the if like people fall out or don't, or we need to fill in a new slot, that all of the contact info is just in one place, so he doesn't have to scroll through some big sheet to find it. And then he can check off each member of the list that he's called them and confirmed the slot. Because right now in the sheet, there's people that are appear to be scheduled that have not been reached out to. So we need to make sure that the Chase producer speaks to everyone today and confirms their slot.
Is Jacob on the call yet or no? Sean?
Jacob is beside me right now. I think he's. Are you on the call, Jacob?
I'll join it. I was just listening from your side.
Well, he's been listening in from my side.
He can hear us. And do you hear what Kean just said?
Yeah, I can get on that. I can start reaching out and confirming times, and then I will align that with Sean to make sure we're all set and have people back to back.
Yeah, so in that spreadsheet, I created a separate tab for guest, and they're all in there. But I'm sure I'm missing a few as well, because I know Sean spoke with Candace this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get those over to Jake, and we can fill that out and get those added in.
Okay.
Do you guys feel comfortable with the process of having like a guest join and testing their mic with them before they go live, like in the waiting room? Did we want to try running through that at all?
Yeah, so the plan is to create a separate wave stream, and we'll call it a green room, for example, or something like that. And then basically Jacob's running that stream separately from the one that Sean's running that's live. And then in that stream, we'll just like test their audio, test their video. But we won't give them the actual Colin link for the live stream until their audio video is good. So that's Jacob's responsibility. So on that note, actually, Sean, you should create those links now.
Yep, I'll get them ready and start sending them out.
Okay. I'm just making a to-do list so everyone make sure they're on the same page.
Yeah, the good thing about having one for Aaron, Andrew, and David is going to be, Candace mentioned this, that if it is a big loss tonight, that we do need to give them some white pills.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna be unpredictable after 10 p.m. in terms of how that show is gonna go. Like, we can have these guests slotted in, but they have to know that we have to interrupt them at some point.
Yeah, they'll understand that for sure. Like,
Yeah.
they're coming on to be panelists, not to be featured high level guests. You know, if it was Danielle Smith, it would be one thing, but these guys are. I mean, John Rustad is probably the biggest name guest we're gonna have. We won't interrupt him so much, but he'll be earlier in the night, hopefully.
Yeah, so like Jacob, Sean, keep that in mind, right? Like Jasmine Lane, she's not that big of a name. If we push her to later in the night, that's not a big deal. But if we could,
she had a window that she was available, and I think Candace really wanted her, but
okay. Well, let's kind of play by ear, right? Like if we get bigger names, like I think Candice Bergen's a bigger name than her. Preston Manning's a bigger name. So if you can do early in the night, I think that's worthwhile.
Yeah, Candice Bergen is still like unconfirmed for an exact time. But yeah, okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I created a to-do list. I shared it with you guys. So let's see if we can fix the ticker by noonish. If we can't, let's just scrap the idea. Sean, you have to train Sam on Wave. Sam, you're gonna create those additional videos. Jacob, you're gonna confirm all the guests by 2 p.m. I'll send in that email at noon and at 6:45. And then when you have a chance, Sean, create those separate streams.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, well, I would just say to Jacob to take control over the guests. Like, you own this. Like if one of them says this slot doesn't work, you feel free to change the agenda of the show. And in terms of like not the ad reads or anything like that, but in terms of the guest schedule, nothing is holy, nothing is sacred. Just you're in charge of it, and we trust you because you're going to be the one that's calling all of these people. So call them physically, text them if they don't answer, and say, we need to schedule you. Call me back. Every hour that passes that we don't schedule these people in, they're either A, making other plans, or B, losing interest, or C, getting angry with us that we're disorganized. So start as soon as you can calling all these folks.
Yep, I can do that.
Great, thanks. I'm going to hop off.
Yeah, let's all hop off and get to work. All right, thanks, guys. We'll chat at 3.
Thanks, guys. Bye.